It's like 5 a.m. and I'm about to head to work, but it's like I'm having a quarter life crisis. Oh my gosh. So I'm at the parking lot at work, and I'm just thinking about like where my life is and how I want to use my life as like an inspiration for women, and I want to help people around the world. I want to travel, I want to write, and like I just feel like I'm sucking at everything that I do. But then like somebody will message me and say, man, your blog helped, or oh, that video, yeah, that was good, that was a good video, so like I'm encouraged, but I guess because I'm not where I want to be, then I'm discouraged. And I think we just have to wait on God's timing for everything and stop trying to, I don't know, I feel like anxiety, let me turn these lights up. Like anxiety can get the best of you like really quickly. But you just have to know that, I guess just to know and have faith. Like have faith that God will provide for you, that have faith that God will see you through if He's called you to do that, So, I don't know. This quarter life crisis that I'm going through kind of sucks, because I try to compare myself to other 25-year-olds and everyone's getting married and having babies and not I, But I am creating this business, and I'm grateful. But at the same time, as I'm grateful, it's daily. I have to renew my mind and think positively. Okay, well, I better go to work so I can work for somebody else and then go work for myself later. Have a good one. Alright, so today I picked up a shift at work, okay? I picked up a shift and I get to work and I'm like super, super tired because I had to wake up at least like 4:30 in the morning, take a shower, get ready, and be at work and be ready to work at 7:15. So I was on my way to work, and every morning or any time I go to work, I always have like all my prayer journals, and in this prayer journal I pray for like my day, like what's gonna happen in the day. And I just start thanking God first for like everything that like just I woke up, my car's working, I had food, just every little thing, just to start my day, to just kind of refresh myself on how blessed I am, even though like my life may not be exactly where I want it to be. And so I go to work, and like I picked up the shift for somebody. I guess they needed the day off, and so I picked up the shift for them, and I'm there extra early, and work is about to start, and all of a sudden, like I'm in my prayer journal, like I prayed that God would have His way in my day, like Holy Spirit, just go ahead, do whatever you want, I surrender, like go ahead, whatever you want with this day, go ahead and have your way. All of a sudden, while we're about to start the meeting for work, the guy whose shift I took comes in, and I was just like, what, I'm going home. I was like, okay, cool, I guess it wasn't meant. So right before I went home, like there was a older man and he was sick, and I said, hey, I heard that you were sick, are you doing okay? And he was looking over some paperwork, and like in my heart I was like, oh, okay, well then I need to stay for him, right, so that he can go home. And like he was like an extra on the list, so he was most likely already going home. So I was like, are you sure? Do I need to stay? And he was like, no, I think I'm extra. I should be going home. I was like, oh, okay, so I can go home. And so I was like, whew, look at God. He was like, I hope that God blesses your day. I was like, whew, I know He will. And then he was talking about how he had to get some stuff done. And then all of a sudden he asked me about my car. And I was like, what? And then I got to share a piece of my testimony with him. And I don't know why he asked me about my car, but there was a part of my testimony where I was in a car, I was driving in a car that eventually totaled itself by backing up into a pole and backing up into the convenience store of a gas station. And he was just like, wow. And I was just like, yeah, God protects us and God always provides for us. And then I left. And I was like, well, maybe I went to work just so I could share my testimony. Maybe. I don't know. So even sometimes when things don't make sense to us, like God has a reason and a plan and a purpose, and always seek, instead of worrying about like yourself and what's going on with you, look at it as, well, I'm here in this position right now. Maybe there's someone I'm supposed to help. Like, I think sometimes, especially in our society, we focus a lot on ourselves. Like, what can we get out of it? How much money can I make? How can I do this? How can I look good on Instagram? How can I do this? But there's some people who, not some people, but we should start and really take the time and say, oh man, what is God doing right now? I've learned, me personally, I've learned that if, like, I'm a very timely person, if things are not on time, there may be a reason. Like, if I'm like falling behind, or I'm rushing to get somewhere and I hit every red light, God may be protecting me from an accident up ahead, you know? And so like I slowly stop and think, well, what is God doing? Is there someone I can help right now? Is there anyone around who may need maybe a smile or a hug or just a piece of encouragement? And I don't think you just have to like beat people over the head with the Bible, but I mean, just, hey, doing all right? You know, honestly, like, some people are just like, man, I'm just glad you're here. And I'm just like, all right, cool. You know, there's so much that your energy, the goodness inside you can do just by you being the light in the world. So I encourage you, like, if if things are not going as planned, just take a step back and see, where can God be working, and how can I be a vessel for him today? All right, bye y'all.